Hi, everyone. If you live on Earth, you may have noticed one important thing. Many powerful people, businessmen, politicians, and army leaders can easily trick us. They make decisions, sign agreements, and fight wars, telling us that everything they do is for our benefit. They act as if they are working for us, making our lives better. But after some time, we realize that they were lying and cheating us. Their actions were not for our good, but for their own benefit and pride. Some people who see the truth try to share it with others, but many do not believe them. Later, when their supporters also see the truth, they understand they were wrong. However, some loyal followers refuse to accept reality, even for their whole life. Do you know why this happens? Why do we get fooled so easily? It is because of a lack of knowledge, awareness, and not using our own thinking skills. To fix this problem, we need to understand the importance of knowledge. Today, I'm going to talk about why knowledge is important. So don't skip the video. Watch till the end. The value of knowledge. Introduction. Knowledge is one of the most valuable things a person can have. It helps us understand the world, solve problems, and make good decisions. Knowledge is like a light in the darkness. It shows us the right path and helps us avoid mistakes. Without knowledge, life would be difficult and progress would be slow. From the moment we are born, we start learning. We learn from our parents, teachers, books, and experiences. The more we learn, the better we become at understanding life. Knowledge is not just about school subjects. It includes wisdom, skills, and experience. Knowledge can help us in every part of life, from work to relationships and even personal growth. Knowledge gives power. One of the most important benefits of knowledge is power. When we have knowledge, we can make better choices. For example, a doctor uses knowledge to treat patients and save lives. A farmer uses knowledge to grow crops and feed people. A scientist uses knowledge to invent new technology that makes life easier. People who have knowledge can solve problems and find solutions. If we face a challenge, knowledge helps us understand what to do. It gives us confidence and makes us independent. If we do not have knowledge, we have to depend on others for help. But with knowledge, we can take control of our own lives. Knowledge leads to success. Success in life depends on knowledge. Whether a person wants to be a doctor, engineer, teacher, artist, or businessman, they need knowledge to do their job well. Hard work is important, but without knowledge, hard work alone is not enough. For example, imagine a person who wants to start a business. If they do not have knowledge about how to manage money, they might fail. But if they learn about business, they can make better decisions and succeed. This is why education is important. Schools and colleges help people gain knowledge so they can build a better future. Knowledge brings confidence. People who have knowledge feel more confident. When we know something well, we do not feel afraid to speak or act. For example, a student who studies well feels confident in exams. A worker who knows their job well feels confident at work. Confidence is important because it helps us take risks and try new things. Many successful people in the world took risks to achieve their dreams. They believed in themselves because they had knowledge. Without knowledge, people feel unsure and afraid to take action. Knowledge improves thinking skills. Knowledge helps us think better. It allows us to analyze situations and make smart choices. When we read books, listen to others, and gain new information, our brain becomes stronger. We learn to think critically and ask good questions. For example, If we watch the news, we can understand what is happening in the world. We can form our own opinions instead of believing everything we hear. This is important because not all information is true. With knowledge, we can separate facts from lies. Knowledge helps in daily life. Knowledge is useful in everyday life. We use it when we cook, drive, shop, or even talk to people. If we have knowledge about health, we can eat better and stay fit. If we have knowledge about money, we can save and invest wisely. Even simple knowledge, like understanding traffic rules, can keep us safe. If we know first aid, we can help someone in an emergency. Knowledge makes life easier and helps us avoid problems. Knowledge promotes personal growth. Learning new things helps us grow as individuals. When we gain knowledge, we become better versions of ourselves. It opens our minds to new ideas and experiences. People who continue to learn stay young in spirit, no matter their age. For example, learning a new language allows us to communicate with more people. Learning about different cultures helps us understand and respect others. Reading books gives us new perspectives on life. Every new thing we learn adds value to our lives. Knowledge helps society grow. A society that values knowledge becomes successful. Countries with educated people develop faster. They have better technology, healthcare, and economies. When people have knowledge, they can invent, create, and improve the world. For example, in the past, people did not have knowledge about diseases, and many died young. But now, because of medical knowledge, we can cure many illnesses. The internet is another example. It was created because of knowledge and has made communication easy. The danger of ignorance. Ignorance means a lack of knowledge. It can be dangerous because it leads to mistakes and problems. People who do not have knowledge often believe in superstitions and false information. They can be easily fooled or misled. For example, if a person does not know about healthy eating, they might eat too much junk food and become sick. If someone does not know their legal rights, they can be cheated. Ignorance can also cause fear and misunderstandings between people. After listening to this, you might have a question in your mind. How can we gain knowledge, and what are the best resources? First, change your thinking that knowledge only comes from educational institutes. It is not just about what we learn in schools and colleges. So, what are the other sources of knowledge? Let me explain. Social media. Social media is one of the easiest ways to gain knowledge. Platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram provide a lot of information. We can watch educational videos, read news updates, and learn from experts. However, we must be careful because not all information on social media is true. We should always check if the source is reliable before believing or sharing anything. Observing your surroundings. Our surroundings can teach us a lot. By watching people, events, and daily life, we can learn important lessons. For example, we can observe how successful people work, how businesses operate, or how problems are solved in society. Paying attention to what happens around us helps us understand human behavior, social issues, and life in general. Learning from the past. The past teaches us valuable lessons. By studying history, we can understand how people made mistakes and how they achieved success. Looking at the past of leaders, businessmen, or famous personalities can help us learn from their experiences. If we know what worked and what failed in the past, we can make better choices for the future. Past decisions. Decisions shape our lives. If we analyze past decisions, our own or those of others, We can learn what was right and what was wrong. Successful people study past decisions to improve their future actions. Learning from past mistakes helps us avoid repeating them, while learning from good decisions helps us make wise choices. Reading books. Books are a great source of knowledge. They provide deep and well-researched information on every topic. Whether it's about science, history, personal development, or business, books help us gain wisdom. Unlike social media, books are usually written by experts, so the information is more reliable. Reading books regularly can improve our knowledge and thinking skills. Watching different news channels. News channels provide information about what is happening in the world. Watching different news channels helps us see different viewpoints. Some channels may give biased information, so it is important to compare different sources before forming an opinion. By staying updated with the news, we can make informed decisions and understand global events better. Using critical thinking. One of the best ways to gain knowledge is by using our own thinking skills. Instead of believing everything we hear, we should question and analyze information. Critical thinking helps us separate truth from lies. It allows us to form our own opinions instead of blindly following others. The more we practice critical thinking, the wiser we become. Conclusion. Knowledge is all around us. We can get it from social media, observing our surroundings, learning from the past, reading books, watching the news, and using critical thinking. The more we learn, the better we can understand life and make smart decisions. Always stay curious, keep learning, and use knowledge to improve yourself and help others. Your support through likes, shares, subscriptions, and comments motivates us. So don't forget to support us. Thank you.